So hey guys, all the best laid plans and everything, so I couldn't get my laptop to do live on YouTube because some reason my camera was using another application. Don't know what that is. I gave up eventually and now we're here on my phone, so hey, it's not the best, but we're going with it. So yeah, I'm just gonna crack on with this. I think that's as good as we're gonna get. Yeah, ignore it's not the best setup. So a little bit of context again. I was meant to be at home alone today, so I was gonna do it downstairs, have loads of space, look a bit proper. No, that is not the case, so I'm now confined to my bedroom, which again is not a problem because honestly, since we've moved, my bedroom is like the best thing. Like again, context, moved, house. But I have space. I have space to do stuff, which is good. Just ignore the mess in the corner there. Stuff I think I need. Yeah, so I think everything should be up and running. Obviously I not done a chat filters, no. So yes, it's been a long time since I did any kind of live. And this is very weird on the phone. I think I know what I'm doing. I really don't. What's that? Just wondering, I can't, I presume the chat won't show up unless someone comes in. No one's here right now. And to be honest, I don't really mind if no one even turns up to this. I'm just happy to do it, really. So yeah, but I wonder if, oh god. Nope, that turned off the camera. Okay, well, we'll just go with it and all that. So yeah, this is me. I realize the title says finishing. I'm not going to get this finished, but I am so close, guys. And again, context, just gonna put a bit, that's a bit better. Also, don't mind me, day off, can chill. So yeah, for context, I'm working on my Shadow the Hedgehog cosplay. Do not really even ask me how we got to this point, I don't know. But again, I don't know, I've just really gotten into Sonic, and this is the result, so here we are. So basically my goal would be today to try and get, so the main bits of this cosplay that have been the hardest is without doubt the wig and the shoes. Everything else was pretty easy. I'm going for a very casual look, but obviously the quills and the shoes are the very iconic parts of the cosplay. So and me being myself, I wanted to be as accurate as possible. Speaking of, I wonder if I can get, so yeah, so again, my setup, it's as casual as it gets, but here we are. So yeah, so I'm going to show you what we've got so far. Oh, actually. So we have, so near enough one of the shoes is almost finished. Again, if you didn't keep up, I've been trying to post as much as I can on Instagram, but the thing is, I just get so carried away, honestly. I've been so focused because MCM is nearly 2 weeks away, and I started this back in March, and like I say, we're so close, so we're on track. But yeah, it's been a time. So basically, my idea was I got base shoes and basically just worked around them to get this, and they've turned out far better than I imagined because don't really have much in terms of plan. It's kind of like this idea, and then it just goes from there. So this is pretty much nearly done. I've just got to get the ring and the extra, I don't even know what you'd call it, the extra little bit here, but I'll just show you. So got that all ready to go on, and one of the rings is almost done. That's more stuff on there. But I don't think I'll be able to get that done today. But yeah, it's turned out a lot better than I anticipated. Whether it's functional is another question. Oh, thank you. So, yeah, I had many ideas for this, but what I really liked about these, if it's going to work, and I'm really looking forward to doing is, it's not going to work, is it? Hang on. Nope. I'm going to surprise. Come on. There we go. They actually have rollerblades inside them. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And yes, I've never actually rollerbladed before this, but I tried it on and it's a lot easier than I thought. But yeah, I'm just really looking forward to that when it happens. And it also means I can just wear them as normal shoes as well. So yeah, but there is no way I'm going to be as fast as Shadow. No way in hell. But I have to say, it is a little difficult to get them. Just gotta press the button in, stupid. And these are pretty stiff, to be fair, but you're not gonna work now, are you? Show me up on camera, that's the best way, isn't it? Nope, it's not happening. Okay, I'll do it in a minute. So yeah, but no, basically, this is what we're going for. We've got one bit, and this is the other one, pretty much there as well, but yeah, I've got to stick the bottom bits on, and then gonna spray them with varnish to hopefully keep everything all together. Yeah, like I said, I very much winged this, because if it didn't work, I didn't know what I was going to do, so hey-ho, there we go. But yeah, so those are the shoes. Like I say, pretty much done. I've just got to do the other ring and stick that on. But one of my ultimate pride and joy, I have to say, is my wig. Now, again, didn't really have a plan for this, apart from I knew I wanted to, like, be as accurate as possible, I suppose. So, yeah, the idea was, I obviously, I looked a lot into other people, tutorials and stuff, what they've done. A lot of people just use, like, actual hair. But I am not a wig, even being cosplay for almost 10 years, I am not a wig styler. It's the one thing I don't really do much of. All my really good wigs are bought. I'm not even ashamed to say that. Wig styling is something I have avoided at all costs. So this is quite a big step up for me, to be honest. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty happy. Like, actually, if anything, the one thing I was dreading more than anything was actually cutting into the wig, because all I had to do was like style the fringe and the side bits, and obviously it's done now, but at the time I was putting it off so much. The whole spikes and everything, I mean, weren't easy, but you know, kind of came together on their own, because it essentially was like, make the foam spikes, stick them on, then put the hair from the actual wig on there, and I bought some extra wefts. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that's turned out. All I've got to do for this is add the last highlight on top, but I couldn't do that till I styled the front of the fringe. And then I've got to put that in place, finish that, and that will be done. So that is a good step forward. Yeah, there is room for things, but there's... So, I think the next thing would be, I think for this, I've just got to put in the little decorations. I don't even know what you call them. Oh yeah, so the chat's turned up. There we go. Don't know if I can actually reply, though. Is that a thing? Chat filter. All messages. Yes, that would be nice. Can I reply? Is that a thing you gonna let me do? Well, I guess I'm talking, so I don't actually need to write. But, yeah, no, so, but it's been a time, and like I say, this was not planned. I'd resolved with myself not to make any more cosplays, but here we are. So what are we gonna do? Anyway, guys, how are we doing? What's everyone's day looking like? What are we doing? Yeah. Oh shit. Yep, already broke that. Yeah, so, but no, I just thought I'd do a live stream just because I felt like it. And I know I'm not the most active of people. I just do videos when I feel like it, what I'm doing, but, you know, I don't do things consistently. I'm not even gonna lie, so here we are. Right, what I need. So, yeah. So, got the little decorations, which are all made from foam. Yeah, and got to stick them on. I can't remember how I did it with the other ones. Oh, right, yeah, so I used, so I've got my trusty impact glue, the good stuff. Very toxic, though, so definitely wear a ventilated mask or be out in a ventilated area, but I would still wear the mask even then, because that stuff really, really smells. I'm just going to try and put these wheels away because it's the only thing, but you have to, so, I don't think I showed you, so to get the wheels out, you have to flip a switch in the back. View of yourself in full costume. I didn't see it. Yes, I will, definitely. So I've also been working on some very quick progress reels on TikTok, but I can't finish those until I've done the full cosplay. Oh my god. That was, I swear to god, this was not as stiff when I tried it the first time, so it's literally just playing up for me right now. There we go. So you have to push that in and then push those down and make sure they're all the way down, and then you twist. Oh my god. It's literally, I swear to god guys, it's literally just showing me up on camera. This does work. There we go. Right, so then you have to twist the thing all the way down to lock them in place, and they work just as well as normal shoes, which was what I was going for. Obviously, a bit pricey, but the things you do for cosplay. Because that's literally, with this, I was like, when I was originally thinking about doing it, I had a list in my head thinking, okay, I have this and this that could work for it. So in theory, it would just be the wig and the shoes that would be the most expensive bit, which realistically they were, but I've had to have some other bits as well. But yes, I will be showing the full thing at MCM, hoping to get some good pictures as well. But yeah, the TikToks will probably be out after that because I want to get shots of me wearing it in the beginning, but I can't do that until I do it. So yeah. My brain's died. What am I going to do first? Actually, you know what? I might as well, before I do that, because I was trying to get things like words. Honestly, my brain. It's been a long day, guys. So basically, when I'm doing this is why I get carried away sometimes, because like I do things simultaneously. So like it's like something needs to dry, I do that first while I'm working on something else. So it helps manage time better, I suppose. So what I'm going to do, so here's my other ring, just made out of polystyrene rings that I bought, and I had to shorten, I guess, or make smaller, which was fun because you make them too small and they snap, so that's great. But yeah, these are going to go around this. I've already done a test. I can actually get these on, which is obviously a bonus. Because at one point I was thinking, I don't know if I can. And it's that thing of, well, we've come this far, so there we go. But yeah, so this is the second ring, and it just needs a couple more layers of paint. So I think I'll just quickly do that first so it can start drying while I do that. But yeah, it's all coming together. We've come this far, so... And I'm not gonna lie, I'm already planning on probably doing Sonic as well, so there you go. If I could put some music on. I think it's gonna copyright it, isn't it? Yeah, but you know, it's one of those things that like I had a sort of game plan in mind originally, and then you know things happen, and it never turns out the same way. So there you go. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this con. You may obviously, for those of you who don't know, London is like my local one, I guess you could say. So I go there pretty much all the time. Although with how expensive it gets nowadays, it's a whole other thing. Oh, thank you. Always love you guys for subscribing. Actually, yeah. So got my TV up here. Yeah, I don't know why. It wasn't working on my laptop. I swear that's how I did it before. But for whatever reason, it was like, yeah, you can't use it. The camera application. It's like I don't use my laptop hardly anymore. So, come on, let's think of something to put on. No. Just trying to think what YouTube won't copy me right for. But if I put it on low, then it shouldn't be a problem. So let's just go to Okay, volume. I don't know if you'll be able to hear that, probably not, but just having some tunes on in the background. Okay, never mind. How's that sound? Yes, thank you. I'm honestly really blown away by it. I mean, it's hard to say, like, because I can't say I don't care about the figures, because obviously it's what subscribers, getting subscribers is obviously just, oh, God, I can't even speak. My brain's all over the place, but no, basically I'm very happy about it. And you know, like I say, even though like I've been doing this 10 years, it's like massive for me, honestly. Like, and it's never been like my goal to get massive amounts of subscribers, is what I was trying to say. But no, it's all for fun. It is all for fun. So that is what we do this for. I don't know if you can hear that in the back, by the way, but hopefully YouTube won't kill me for it. They probably will. And that's the thing as well, just again, in a real tangent here, but I feel like a lot of people think you got to have like a really fancy like setup and studio and everything to do all this, and you really don't. Like, as long as you love doing what you're doing, and you know, you find like-minded people like that, it's all good, man. Like, honestly, really can't put more emphasis on that. Yeah, so this will just be a quick little job before I get to the main bit. Yes, very much looking forward to MCM May. I've got plans this time in terms of, because I usually just go and not really part groups or anything. Got any merch? Have I got merch? Okay, so we'll go off topic. Actually, on that subject, so I was bummed because I missed the MegaCon Birmingham, because there are a few artists who I like who do like a lot of Sonic merch, and they did a stamp rally of Silver the Hedgehog, and I was really bummed because I was like, I would have loved to have been part of that. And one of those artists isn't there, but they are going to. So one artist is going to May, and they are doing another one. I don't think it's Silver. I think it's something else. But I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be part of that stamp rally, and I also plan to get some very specific T-shirts and other stuff. But yeah, merch. What can I show you that I have on hand? All right. So, I don't know if you actually. I've got key rings, but I can't show you them currently. My pride and joy, though, is my boy here. He's like the best thing. He's so cute. I've wanted a Squishmallow for ages, and when they did Sonic ones, I was like, yeah, obviously. What else I got? I've got quite a few T-shirts now. I've got. Oh, actually, I'll have to show you this. Excuse me. So it was my birthday back in March, and my friends already know me so well. They got me this really cool Shadow bag, which I did ask for, but I did not expect them to get, because it was a bit expensive. But it's really cute, so that's good. What else I got? I got a few jackets. I got a Shadow wallet. So yeah, it's basically taken over my life at this point. And I am not ashamed. But I also couldn't tell you how it happened. I really couldn't. Just like, I go through these hyperfixations, and yeah, I generally never thought in a million years. Not I have anything against Sonic. I never have. I just never knew anything about it. I'm not a gamer. I don't know much about games, and I think when Sonic originally like came out, it was like early days. I never had an Xbox or anything like that, PlayStation. Like when I came into gaming, it was like DS, Nintendo, and even then that was Mario. So sorry if I'm like jumping around from subject to subject, that's just me. But yeah, I never ever got into the games, and again, I had nothing against it. It's just no one I knew was really interested in that sort of thing. And, you know, I didn't get into even manga or anime till, well, it's going to sound like a long time now, but it was 2012, I think, when I went to my first convention, and that was like really early days. So, you know, yeah, but obviously I think actually what did it is the movies. I know everyone has mixed reviews about and thoughts about the movies, but it's kind of what really did it for me. I was like, because I mean, I knew about the characters. I'll always vividly remember, actually, when I was a kid and we had the Wii. We used to play the Olympic Games with Mario and Sonic, and I always picked Shadow as a character, just because I thought he looked cool. Again, no context, knew nothing about it, but I just picked Shadow. Either Shadow or Blaze. Yeah, the rest is history, as they say. But no, the movies really is what did it for me. I was like, when the third was coming out and I saw Shadow and all that, I was just like, I've got to know more about this. I need to like learn a bit more. So I watched the first two movies. I've watched near enough all of the I've given all the games a chance in terms of watching all the gameplay. I have played both Frontiers and Forces now. I know they're probably not like the best ones, I guess, in terms, but yeah, but I imagine Sonic games are probably gonna get like better, especially with like Shadow Generations, which I have got and I will play when I get this done, because I can only focus on one thing at a time. 1991 it was, wasn't it? So that was, I can do maths, 5 years before I was born. And then, yeah, like I say, I never did get into like the old classic games, never played them myself. So I just never knew much about it. And, you know, now, but it's never too late. It's never too late to get into something. I really just can't explain how fixated I've become by it. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, here we are making a Shadow cosplay. So if you told me that like 5 years ago, I would have been like, what? Again, got nothing against it, but that's an ad. Honestly, but it's cool. It's all good. Because I am trying, keyword trying, to get more into games. Like, I have 2 friends who are quite avid gamers who recommend me things every now and then. I mean, I have a PS4, so I think that might limit me slightly. But, yeah, no, so yeah, but, I have to say, probably never having played a Sonic game before and then jumping straight into Frontiers probably wasn't the best idea, but it was fun. Like, frustrating, but really fun. And to, you know, officially say I've played a game now. There we go. Okay, I think that's pretty much done. Might do one more layer, but I think we've covered most of it. But yeah, but I have looked already for May. There appears to be 2 Sonic groups, I think on the Saturday and Sunday. I'm not a group person in terms of, like, I don't really go to random groups unless I know people. So we'll see if I actually do venture that. But yes, I do plan to get good pictures, hopefully, and yeah, just enjoy the weekend. It's always a good time. We've been live for 24 minutes now, so that's cool. I'll probably do like a couple of hours, maybe, if that. See how it goes. But no, I have been wanting to try and be a bit more active on YouTube. It's just like I don't work on things all the time. They are quite spaced out, so it's a bit difficult in that respect, which is why I've been like doing a mix match of things. Like 1 minute it's like figure unboxings, and then all that. And currently at the moment it's cosplay and animations, which I have got back into. That is one other thing I will say for Sonic. It has rekindled my inspiration to make animations. If you didn't see by the animation, well, animatic even, that I released nearly a month ago, I think it was, and I cannot express, like, I think it's been, yeah, nearly a month, even just slightly less, and it's had over 500 views already, and to me that is mind-blowing. And I've had such, like, nice feedback as well, like, even people just putting, like, a thumbs up, like, that honestly just makes my day. So yeah, but there will be more of those coming at some point, because I have to say, after this I don't really have any other cosplay plans. Although I'm not gonna lie, a Metal Sonic sounded pretty good, and it's more so for the challenge it presents. Like I said, the wig I would never even have attempted in a million years before, but the fact that I've decided to do this and it's come out way better than I thought it would says a lot, really. I think it's getting too dark in here. I might turn the light on. But yeah, so, but that is one of the reasons why I choose certain cosplays. It's the challenge they present. And I thought with this, even as simple as I was making the outfit, I thought if I'm going to do it properly, do the wig this way, and do the shoes this way. So yeah, I'm going to put you here. Right, guess I could, like, I have to wash my hands, aren't I? Okay, just bear with me 5 seconds. Just gonna wash my hands, because if I get gold paint on these shoes, I will cry. Just bear with me. Good, sorry about that. But yeah, it's another great thing about this bedroom as well. Like, I've literally got a bathroom there. It's so good. I honestly love it. It's just great, because I had times before where the only place I could work on cosplays was in my dining room, my old house, and it was obviously a communal area. So when I had to leave my stuff there, everyone would get annoyed. So now I can just keep it in my room and no one can complain. Anyway, guys, I realise I've been just rambling on for like the past 20 minutes. If I'm being brutally honest, I'm a little nervous. Don't know why that is. Like, just I start rambling about shit and then change subjects and whatnot. So, yeah, I don't think you guys have any questions about kind of anything. I'm happy to answer, within reason, of course. But, yeah, like, if you've got any questions about, I don't know, the cosplay or how I do things, whatnot. But, yep, like I did mention before, if you didn't hear me, with this impact glue, you'll want to get one of these. Because this stuff, do you know, I love the smell, but obviously it's toxic, so you can't do that. So let's just put this on for a second. And I do this. Yep, that's good. Okay. So I don't know how well you can hear me in this, but basically you've got bits here. So I need to put 3 here and 2 down here. And once that's all done, then I can spray it and seal it, and that bit will be done. And then it will literally be a matter of sticking these on and these. I can also show you actually while I'm talking. Just take this off. I can show you quickly the gloves, which is very similar. So we've got these again, pretty simple. So obviously I bought some gloves that were near enough what I was looking for. And then used foam to bulk out the inside, make it more stiff. put the bit around it. Because even with all the reference pictures, I gotta say, I'm still unsure whether... I have a feeling this extra bit on Shadow's gloves is actually attached on the inside, if that makes sense. So this I stuck on top, and unless you look closely, you're not going to notice, but I think it's actually part of it. Like, so in theory, it should be like attached on the inside. But I decided not to do that because I think it would make this bit a bit unstable. And again, unless you're looking close, you're not going to notice. Yeah, the rings were actually probably the most difficult part, because again, trying to get the right size is insane. Like, and some of them aren't even like round rings when you look at them, they're like cut in half, which is just stupid. I don't really get it, but essentially, yeah, I bought a load of, and you can't buy like single ones, which actually now looking back was a good thing, because I had several extras to experiment with. But essentially, just cut them down to a smaller size, and then I hot glued them together. Then I used quick seal to try and make the edge a little more smooth. One thing I will say, so the actual surface of the rings is a bit bumpy, so to try and smooth that out, because you can't I found sanding them made them more coarse, and you cannot put heat on these, because that will then make the texture even harder and all bumpy and horrible, and it was not good. So my solution was to use some PVA glue, just to make a couple of smooth layers. It was washable though, so I had to wait till it was like properly dry before I could add more layers, and I think I had to do about 2 or 3. And then, yeah, sticking that on the front. So, but these were like one of the easier parts, so I was like, okay, I'll get them done first and then focus on the main bits. But yeah, might as well show you. So it's all one piece, so it just goes on really well. It's really sturdy, and you can just do that. And they're really comfortable, actually. So, yeah. Easy peasy. Again, it was that thing of, I think I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. I mean, they are a little stiff to get on and off, but I'd rather them be stiff than them keep falling off. Yes, so same concept with these rings, but obviously on a bigger scale. And obviously it had to be big enough for me to be able to actually get my foot in, because you've got the laces of the actual shoe, but that's, you won't see that because the ring will be there. So yeah, but anyway, let's go back to this. Get these stuck on. Okay, try that again. Again, I don't know if you can hear that music in the back, but hopefully, like I said, YouTube won't come for me. So, 3. Pop that there. Just try and think that one's probably better. I don't know if you can really see what I'm doing here. Oh, I've had to balance this really awkwardly as well, but hey, the things you do. You gonna stay there? Possibly. Oh well. But yeah, I'm so close to finishing this, so. That one can go there. It's a bit difficult because it's at an angle from where the shoe slants, so I've got to try and line it up well. That goes there, that can go there. Just trying to position these well. So for this, I use like just regular old lollipop sticks. I don't even know where I got them from, but I just have a whole bag of them. But this stuff has honestly been a godsend since I started working with foam. So just gonna put a little bit on that. Let's do this one. No, that one's gonna fit, isn't it? I'll let it dry a little bit. Just gonna hold that for a minute. Oh. So I can't really talk with this on, so you have to bear with me. Yeah. So I'll probably use some more hot glue just to make sure they're secure, but that bit's not going to be stepped on, so that's good. Actually, even balance it like I was doing before. I'm trying to move it so you can see. Yeah. Like I say, just ignore all that mess back there. Just when I get going on cosplay, everything just becomes a mess. So I'm even surprised with myself. So, there. Those be better there. Okay. Yeah, and you really don't need a lot of glue, even with like big pieces. It spreads so well. It's literally just... Just got to let it dry a little bit so it becomes extra sticky. Hey guys, don't let this all be about me. Like, let me know what's going on in your lives. What's going on? What's happening? Oh, just gonna say I appreciate the I think the 2 or 3 of you that have been staying here. Like I say, it's never about the numbers, but hopefully, again, like I say, YouTube won't kill me for this. Should really just look up non-copyright music. I just like having tunes in the back. Yeah. Just have to... This may look a bit odd, but try to get it to dry. I forgot which was which. Okay. take this off for a minute. I know I said I shouldn't when you're using this, but I've technically finished, so it's fine. I've got a window open, so we'll be alright. And it's my space, so at the end of the day, it's fine. Yeah, to be fair, I have to keep reminding myself, these are kind of little details that unless you're really looking at, you're not going to notice, but I am one of those people, so... I realised I didn't do the other one. Do that. No, it literally just contradicting everything I just said. But... It's only for a small piece. I would say if you're working with this constantly, you would definitely need to be wearing a mask all the time. Little tips and tricks you pick up along the way. As I said, I'll go back in with some hot glue to reinforce it. That's how I got this on. I put a base of this down, which actually it stuck a lot better than I thought, because obviously it being, I don't know, I just thought like surely there's no way that this foam's going to stick to the shoe very well, but I underestimated how strong the stuff is. But just to reinforce it, I put some hot glue, which with cosplay is not always the best thing, because obviously it gets too hot and your hot glue is going to melt and become soft. So things may start falling, but obviously we live in England. I don't really plan to be standing in the sun for that length of time, so realistically, I think we're good. Right, so yeah, so that will probably have to be it for the shoes in a minute. Need the hot glue on it. Actually, I had a weird experience with hot glue. I don't know whether I put it too close when I was using my heat gun or something, but basically all the glue in my other heat gun got all clumped up here. And I do mean like clumped up, so it must have got hot in there somehow. And I just obviously didn't realise. So thankfully I have my backup one, which, you know, it's always good to have. Yeah, ideal again, because you've got sockets there. Just going to go on there. Yes, I think once I've done this, I might even go as far as sticking these on. What was that going to have to go on after? Because I think the ring only just fits over. So this is my... So it's got to kind of go on like that. And then it's got to go like that. Then I've got to glue that in place. And then that's got to go there. But that's not going to go on if that's on there, is it? That's going to be too wide. So I will have to do the ring first. Okay, that's fine. Just don't want to jump into anything too quick. Yeah, but I don't think you'll be able to see much on these, but so yeah, but apart from these, pretty much most of the cosplay is done. I can also show you I've got these back quills that I made. This, I don't think I originally planned to do these, but the jacket I wore doesn't have any design on it, like, because it's just a regular one. So I thought, I'll make his quills, because they tend to be showing through all the clothing, like, that they wear. Or they wear clothing in the games, but, you know, like, a lot of fan art, basically. And yeah, basically they've got magnets on them, so I can take them on and off, which is nice. But I had some spare black fur, which is what made me decide to do it in the end, because I had stuff for it. Again, that involved just making a foam base. And then just sticking some fur on it with a back bit. And I've got 2 of those, which will go on the back. And I also made, which I'm quite proud of, because I don't think I've done anything like it before, made a little tail. It's got some wire in it, so I can pose it if I want to, but it's mainly just to help it keep the shape. Got a thing that's going to go on the belt at the back. Yeah, because for the outfit itself, I'm just wearing a black, it's not a full bodysuit, and then it's got like the white fur stuck on front, with a leather jacket. Then I've got some trousers, cargo pants actually, that have red stripes on the side of them. They came made like that. So I've got those with a red and black belt, and that's basically the actual look. Then plus all the accessory bits, so you know who it is. But yeah, it's a cute little tail that I made. I've never made a tail before, so. Oh yeah, we got the. So I've cut out that's the fur that's going on the chest area there, which I think looks pretty nice. Yeah, you know, so basically pretty simple in the scheme of things. And like I say, mainly the shoes and the wig are the big thing. Yeah, I'm even looking at it now like, how have I managed to do this? And to me, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but I'm sure some people are like, how the hell? And I'm like, I don't know, I just did the thing. So again, just some extra detail. I'm going to make the insides of the, I don't know what you call these bits. They're like, it's technically where the booster energy comes from. I don't know what you call them, like just the rings, basically. I'm gonna make them black inside. If I really wanted to go all the way, I would have added lights and all that stuff, but I'm not on that level, so. Woo! That was too damn close. The hot glue gun was near the shoe. Damn. I'm doing so well, guys. So yeah, I have space, but it's a disorganized space. That's hot enough, so I'm gonna do. Start from the top. Excuse me, I gotta concentrate. And the one thing I absolutely despise about hot glue is the freaking glue strings. And I try so damn hard not to get any. The trick is just to be careful. It takes a long time to cool as well. One thing I hate about this hot glue gun, it does not stand. The other one's got a stand on it, which is much nicer. Just flatten that down a bit. I'll go over it again with some paint. But yeah, basically to get this, obviously I've looked at many references of the shoes. The one detail that is kind of bugging me, just because I'm a perfectionist, is for whatever reason in the recent generations and the Prime series, Shadow's got these, I don't even know what you'd call them, notches in the shoes, literally just 4 of them in the back. I don't know what purpose they serve or why they did that. It's a mystery. It's the only kind of update I can see to his design, and it's not even that much of a noticeable one until you do notice. I don't know if things. That's fine. Yeah, so I was like, do I do them? But at that point, I'd already gotten to this stage, and I was like, if I really want to, it's gonna be annoying. And then it was the matter of, if I do it and I don't like it, then we're a bit screwed. So I've decided to leave that detail out. The rest of it is pretty much the same. But trying to differentiate between official art and fan art, that's the big thing. Because Sonic, I felt like, yeah, in every version, he's pretty much the same. like in terms of fan art and real art. Whereas Shadow, a lot of the details, it varies. Like, I have a funny feeling, as one side note, in the movie, the third movie, he's got an extra quill in the back. I don't know if that's actually a thing or if that's fan art, but I can't remember now. I feel like I definitely saw something like that, and I was looking at like, he's got an extra quill. But we're not doing that version, if that is the case, so that's fine. Okay, let's stick that down. As I was saying, yeah, so like details, it's one thing that gets me. So I tried to refer a lot more to the Adventure 2 stuff, because obviously that's his original origin. But yeah, so got the middle bit is all gold, and you got red on the outs, and then you got the black on the inside. I'm debating whether to paint these bits black, but really it's a minor detail, so it's fine. But yeah, just to do this, I literally just used the acrylic paint. Literally, like, and it's one material that is always hard to get stuff, like, paint-wise, is rubber. I had it with my Bakugo gloves when I bought these gloves that had rubber details on the back, and I thought, yeah, I'll just spray paint them, it'll be fine. Nope. Literally, whenever I moved it, the paint started cracking off, and it was the only area that did, and I don't know what you can do to it in order to make it more, I guess, I can't say it. Basically, for it to the paint to basically attach itself. I think you might have to use a certain type of paint, but I did not have the funds for that. Where's that glue string gone? Put a load of glue in there. Go away, string. Doesn't matter about the inside, no one's going to see that. Just hold that there. But yeah, I'm a sucker for details though, going back to what I was saying. So that bit does bug me, but we're fine. Where are we? Oh, nearly done an hour. Oh, that's fine. Oh, where's that? Oh, it's because the glue's in there. Let me know if you can hear that music, because I think if you can, then I'm sure YouTube's going to come for me. But like, you can't use this. It's like, sorry, I like my tunes, okay? Okay, if I hold that down for just a little bit. See, there's glue on the nozzle, so that's going to be a problem. Yeah, because obviously I did my research for this, so I looked into other people and what they'd done. I don't think I've seen much of a full cosplay. Maybe I didn't look hard enough, but on YouTube I didn't see many people who'd done like the full cosplay. It was either just like the shoes or bits and bobs, which is fine. I needed it. This is a very delicate operation, which I don't think this one is really designed for. So we're going to try. Just need it to be just a little more stable inside. Oh yeah, why not just do that? Put a blob of glue in. Just... There we go. Problem solved. But in other news, I'm also going to the Sonic Con, which is being held at Hammersmith Novotel in November, which will be interesting. obviously, like I said, it's what I'm really into at the moment. So when I heard there was a con going for it, and it was like a Kickstarter event, so obviously, and I think they'd had others in Manchester and that, but this time it was being held in London, and I was like, yep, you know, if I'm about, I can go. It's only for the one day. It's November the 12th, I want to say. I could have had that completely wrong. But, yeah, looking forward to that. I actually don't think I will cosplay as much. I've got, like, loads of merch and that I can wear. Like, I bought, what was it? Actually, I got it for my birthday. I saw there was a Shadow, lounge set. Simple, like, design. But I was like, I'm really into Sonics, and people were asking me what I want for my birthday, so you can get me all that. And my family are very much caught on to the fact, it's like, you're really into Sonic at the moment, aren't you? It's like, yes. Because that's pretty much all I've bought recently. Like I say, hyperfixation, what can you do? So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Be interesting. I think there's definitely some special guests, and the guy from Crush 40, obviously the band, is well known for the Sonic stuff. I gotta say, if you don't like anything much else about Sonic, you've got to love the music. Like, there's literally, like, even if I didn't know what it was from, if I'd heard the music just on its own, I would have been like, yeah, this is, the fact it's Sonic is all that much more. So it's spreading all right down there. I didn't do this last time, but like I said, this is a different glue gun, so I can't really get in as detailed as I wanted before. But hopefully this should help. Oh, bloody glue strings. Sorry. Oh, baby. There we go. Like I say, guys, you got any questions about anything, or want to talk about something that's going on in your life, feel free. It's for everyone, really. The glue strings on this one are really bad. Yeah, so what else we got? So yeah, MCM's coming up in a couple of weeks. Still debating whether to do Shadow on Saturday or Sunday. But I've actually made the choice not to cosplay one of the days, which is unusual for me. I usually do all 3 days. But I just thought, you know what, Friday, I'm happy to just chill, man. Plus, you know, it's like, I'm taking this, and I'm also taking my Vigilante Deku, because I also spent quite a lot of time on that. So I wanted to use that again. And that takes up quite a lot of room, so I was kind of like, I mean, I don't even know how I'm going to transport this, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm going to have to make a whole box for just this wig itself. Which will be fun. Yeah, so I thought, hey, I'll just do the 2 days. Obviously, Saturday is by far going to be the busiest day, whether you're inside or out, more so inside. So I kind of need something that I can move around in easier, I guess. But they both are. I would say Deku's mask, though, when I put it down, I can't really see too well. So yeah, but like I said before, there are Sonic meets going on both Saturday and Sunday, so I could do it then. But out of the two of them, I'd say this is the one I kind of want to show off more, so I guess Saturday would be a good day for that, because obviously more people, I guess, in a kind of vain way, I guess. I don't know, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Although I have to admit, if I'm walking around with Deku, I can take the mask up so I can actually see what I'm doing. So, okay. So we've hit the hour mark, guys. What is the actual time? Excuse me. Oh, 5 o'clock. So, yeah, I'll give it another hour, maybe. See if we can get just a little bit further with this. But unfortunately, it's a lot of thing of, like, you have to wait for things to dry. So, not a lot of exciting stuff with that. I might not do the wig in this instance because I'm going to need to, like, really fully concentrate for that. But I will show you again. So, you can see from the side. I'm pretty proud of it, to be honest. Didn't think we would really get this far. I looked at a lot of tutorials. Like I said, a lot of people actually use like actual hair to make these kind of shapes, but obviously I've used foam because that means less hair. And it's more sturdy, to be honest. But it is covered in the actual layers of hair. And this godsend of a glue I have to share with you. So, who is it specifically? Sarah Spaceman. If you know her or if you've seen her stuff on YouTube, go check her out. Highly recommend. But she showed me this stuff, tacky glue, and honest to God, it's a godsend. Like, only downside, takes a while to dry, but if you thin it down with water, like, it's amazing, honestly. Like, and it's non-toxic. It's all-purpose adhesive. Because when I first did this, I used it's 2 layers. So basically, for the first layer, I bought separate black wefts. This is from COSCRAFT, if you've heard of them. I bought both the wig and the wefts. Best buy ever, I gotta say. The wefts cost £6.50 for, I want to say, I don't remember the exact measurements, but it was well over 2 meters worth of wefts, which I still have some left over considering I've done all this, so there you go. But obviously I use the wefts for the base layer of these. Train of thought. For the base layer, and then I was going to cover them with the actual to attach them to the wig itself so it blends in a bit better. And it's one of those things, again, you look up close to it in detail, you're going to see like some mishaps, but generally speaking, at a distance, it looks pretty damn good. Yeah, no, so I did that, and then I had to get separate wefts for the red and add those in. I don't know how though, like, particularly with these two, I've done the stripes too wide. I don't really know how I managed that, because I was looking at reference pictures at the same time. Yeah, I fixed it on this one, just by putting some extra wefts on the side, but I've got to do it with that one. But I used 2 layers, so that's the base layer, so I could, in theory, take up this one. But then this has got to come almost sort of down here, so I need to sort this out. But I think I'll save that for another day. But having done this now, I kind of want to do Sonic. I'm not going to lie. And in theory, he should be easier, because it's all one colour. I say in theory. It's been sitting on the floor the whole time. Excuse me. So, that's nearly dry now. But yeah, so what I'm going to have to do... just get comfortable. So, yeah, before I attach the rings to the shoes, what I did with this one is I used some clear gloss paint spray. Jesus, words, what is up with me today? I mean, yeah, essentially spray. So one, it makes it look more shiny, and it also locks in the paint. So I used 2 layers of that, but that takes over 24 hours to dry, so hence why I can't do that now. Yeah, I think this is almost dry though. So I can just carry on with a few details. But yeah, but like I said, what made me mainly do this is because I had a lot of the materials on hand, like the foam. I did end up having to buy more, not gonna lie to you. because I did overestimate how much I needed. But I had at least a lot to start with, so I didn't have to buy too much. Cover up some of those details. Yeah, but this is, yeah. See, I had the foam, I had the paint, because these were originally spray painted in red, quite a dark red, but then I went over them with some acrylic paint just to make it pop a bit more. Yeah, that was kind of it really, and then the rest it was like I would have to buy, but you know, it's one of those things. Because I generally always try and do my cosplays quite cheaply, not gonna lie to you. Like, I very rarely buy, like, the full costume. If they have it as well, because I think they have some version of Shadow, but, you know, there's not a lot to him. It's basically, like, if I wanted to do a very accurate version of him, it would be, like, a black bodysuit with, like, I'd paint some red stripes on, and again, it would be mainly the wig, the gloves, and the shoes that would have to do it extra, whereas, you know, he don't have much else going on apart from that, so that's why I went with a more casual kind of look, I suppose, just so it's a bit different. And some people have done some very awesome versions, I'm not gonna lie to you. So yeah, but yeah, I wouldn't be very surprised if Sonic were to join the mix at some point. Because again, fairly simple. Just have to decide how I'm going to do his outfit. And do the wig exactly the same. Obviously, his quills would be like the other way. But his would be all one colour, so I would literally just have to buy the blue base wig with matching wefts and go from there. I probably, as the base foam though, I'd try and find some blue foam just so it would blend in a bit better. But yeah, so... But like I say, it's all coming together. We're just in a bit of a phase at the moment. That's all I can say. Okay. So that's dry. That's doing that. That needs to do that. I think. Yeah, that's dry inside, so feels pretty firm. Yeah, so like I say, minor detail, but I'm going to paint the inside of these rings black. And to do that, I'm going to use this also godsend of a paint, Musso black paint. If you are looking for a paint, a non-shiny paint, that is literally, I'm not even lying to you, the blackest black you could honestly ask for. Like, it's I can't really describe it any better than you're literally staring into the abyss. Which sounds extreme, but I'm not kidding you. It leaves no shine. Like, when it's wet, it's shiny, but when it dries, it's, like, flawless. And you don't even see the brush strokes. Like, it's crazy. I got put onto that by some other YouTubers. I'm going to have to wash this paintbrush out, so excuse me again, sorry. I did hope I wasn't going to have to get up, but... Oh, right. So, yep, and again, you don't need much of this. Like, I got this whole tub. And this is what? 100 milliliters? I used it mainly for my deku when I was doing the inside. I wanted it to be dark. And it worked so, so well. It's a very delicate process here, guys, so bear with me. It's a lot of Sorry, really got to concentrate here. Yeah, I do wish I actually could have done this stream later, because I imagine that's when maybe more people would be about, depending where you're at. But unfortunately, I do not live by myself, so I will be disturbed later. So it's just the little details. But I am thinking, actually I might switch to Instagram after, because I'm usually more active on there, to be honest, but I thought I would do this for YouTube. I did mention I will release, and I think I will release them as shorts on here. I'm doing like progress reels for the wig, the shoes, and the details of this cosplay. But I can't finish them until I've got the whole thing together, which will probably be till May, so that won't be for a couple of weeks. But I'm also thinking I might do a video where I talk more about this. I mean, I've talked quite a lot about it on here, to be honest, like the process, but I might release one, like I said. I haven't seen many Shadow cosplay videos, so I guess that could be something different to do. Sorry. Really got to concentrate here. Go over that with a bit of gold. It's alright. Again, this is minor details, but that's what I live for. Yeah, no, sorry. So I probably will do a video where I talk more about this cosplay, and hopefully by then I'll have pictures so I can show it more as together. But I will release those TikToks to the shorts, because I forget that's a thing as well. Excuse me. Make sure I'm in the shot here. Because this is portrait, so it's not the angle I would have gone for, but hey. But yeah, just to talk more about it in depth and each progress I made. Not in this really rambly way that I'm doing now. And also it gives me another video to do, which is good. But I probably will switch to Instagram in a minute, just to give people there a chance as well. Like I say, I'm more active over there, and I did mention this, but it wasn't planned all that well, so. And like I say, it's still, probably people will start be coming home from work, in theory, so you can get some people to tune in. Yeah, just show you there. So now it actually looks black inside, which is cool. Got any other cosplayers here? That would be cool to know. Because technically I have to think of myself as like a veteran of cosplay, because I've been doing it for over 10 years, but I'm not like on any kind of like professional level, so that's why I don't say that. But yeah, 10 years, damn, that's a long time. And we've come very far. Like, yeah, if you'd ever told me that I'd be working with foam and kind of making wigs and doing all that, I probably would have been like, yeah, no. Because when I first started cosplaying, I bought costumes, like cheap, shitty costumes. My very first one being Mew Mew Ichigo from Tokyo Mew Mew, because I was beyond obsessed with that at the time. Although some may know it as Mew Mew Power from girl, which was my life at the time, and never understood why they made no more than 20 episodes, until I realized, oh, it's actually an anime. And so it began from there. And my next big love was Naruto, which I did do a Sakura cosplay, I think, for a Halloween. Bearing in mind, I was like, I want to say 13, 14 at the time, maybe. So yeah, for a long time I just bought costumes, and then I don't really know where it sort of came in that I started buying stuff. It's still very much, I buy stuff and alter it to what I need. I don't make things from scratch, like costume-wise. Haven't reached that level. And I don't know if I will, to be honest. Like, sewing's never really appealed to me all that much unless I absolutely have to do it. So, I mean, I marvel at these people that literally can make their entire cosplays from scratch. Whereas I prefer to take things that already are and then alter them as need be. Yeah, because also I've not got that many cons lined up this year, because again, context of moved house, I'm in the renting game now, with my family, so, you know, rent. It's not a good thing, so I've been trying to hold back, because obviously I've got loads of cosplays that I can just wear more than once as well, so I've been trying to hold off on making any more, but again, here we are. Fixation, what can I say? But yeah, I've got, so next one is MCMA London. Then we have, I think I'm going to go to Hyper Japan. I usually do that for just one day, just for fun, because it's an event. And kind of local to me. I don't know about Birmingham this year. I'd like to at least once. I'm annoyed though. I really wanted to go to AnimeCon, that is in Birmingham, I believe. That's like the 13th, 14th of June. Unfortunately, I am on holiday then, which I should be like, I'm going on holiday. That's nice. I was like, yeah, but I would have really, liked to have gone to that event because I haven't been before. And also, I found out that the voice actor for Bakugo from My Hero Academia is going to be there. The English voice actor. Obviously, he voices other characters, but he's going to be there. And I was kind of like, I would have liked to actually have got him to sign something for me. I probably would have even gone in my Bakugo cosplay, but such is fate. Doesn't happen. Because I generally, that's one thing at cons I've never really done. I've never really, like, there's been guests I thought, oh, that would be good to, but some, especially in London, the prices they're asking for like autographs and pictures, just a bit like, yeah, I'm not that fussed. Like, I like them, they're cool, but I'm not like that obsessed. Like, I'll never forget when I think it was Tom, is it Hiddleston or Middleton? I actually forget his last name. Came to MCM and it was announced very last minute, and I swear they were charging nearly over 200 quid for his autograph and photos. And I know there's many of them people out there who paid it. I gotta say, given the right circumstances, I can't say I wouldn't either, depending on who it was, but I was just like, damn, guys. But it's always when they do it last minute, that's what gets me. Because it's like, oh, you know, you've already paid for a ticket or a hotel and doing whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, we're just gonna throw this in there. But that's London for you. Gotta love it. You know what, I think I'm going to do one more layer of gold on that. Pretty sure that's what I did for the other one. Again, I had this gold paint lying around, and so thankful I did, because I would be nowhere without it. Alright, I think if I hold this end this time. Ooh. Oh shoot. It's dried on the brush. Whoopsie. Trying to, so actually for this one, instead of the PVA glue I said I used to make it smooth, I actually used the tacky glue, and I think it has made a difference. So, yeah, just as a heads up, this stuff, honestly, godsend. Like, it's a little bit pricey, but it's a big bottle, and it was so worth it. Like, and like I said, I think I've used less than half, or just about half now, and I've used it for quite a lot, so, yeah. But it works a lot better if you water it down, just as a tip. Excuse me. Got a tickle. It's because I've been talking so much. It's generally like, I go days without talking a lot, and then when I do, it's like my voice is like, you don't normally do this. Again, I don't know if you can hear that music in the background. Yeah, where are we? So, yeah, we're nearly at the 1 hour 30 mark, which I will probably then switch to Insta, maybe. Give them a chance over there to join in. I did let them know on there that I was doing this. I'm usually more active on there. But hey, I've got to give YouTube some love. Like I say, it doesn't matter to me if no one tunes in or those that do. Although I do appreciate those few who have, if you are here right now. I think I will try in the future, like I say, when I plan to, for my next cosplay, because there will be more, I'm sure. Fucking banger of a tune, I'm sorry. if you can hear it, you know what I'm talking about. If not, yeah. Just love this song so much. Like I say, YouTube's probably gonna come for me. But hey, it was fun while it lasted. Should I turn it down just a teensy bit? Just more for my benefit than yours, I'm afraid. That should do. Like I say, because, I mean, I know it kind of looks shiny like there, but if you look at it now, it's quite flat in terms of the shine, so that's why I don't actually, there's much of a difference looking. I think that's just slightly shinier. And that's where I've used the gloss spray, so. Again, like I say, details. Because I thought worst case scenario, well, more so with the gloves, I thought I could buy like gold bangles if that didn't work out, but this has turned out well. And again, like I say, if you look up close, you can see there's bumps and whatnot, but it does the job. I like to consider myself a perfectionist, but then sometimes I'm just like, it is what it is. Excuse me. I actually have to get some water in a minute. Yeah. So what are you doing to your voice box? You don't normally talk this much. Yeah, so yeah, not many cons this year. Mainly just London, MCM. It's just a nice weekend getaway, personally, for me. But now I've come to know quite a few artists that go, like, regularly, so I'm very much there to support them and buy their merch. And like I mentioned, there will be a few with some new Sonic stuff, so I'm all for that. Like, some of my favorites, if you know, there's Sign Hajime. You can find them on Instagram. Really cool stuff. I bought some of their stuff before. Is it Giles Bones? I think I'm saying that wrong. They're really good. They do their podcast, just talking about cons and conventions and stuff in general. Really love them. That's why I love the stamp rallies they do, because it gives you a chance to explore some artists that you may not necessarily have known before. And if you don't know about stamp rallies, basically, it's where a group of artists sort of collab together for they're usually themed ones. So I've heard of, they had a Resident Evil one, they've had Sonic one, like, yeah, pretty much anything. Has Been Hotel one they had, which I took part in as well. And basically, yeah, so the artists, if you get a map and they show you where the artists are, and basically you go to their store. You do have to buy anything, just an item, and then they will give you a stamp. And then it doesn't actually matter which order you do it in, but eventually whatever artist you end up at the end, when you've collected all the stamps, they will give you an exclusive set of something. It's usually a sticker set or something, usually with one drawing of every artist for that fandom, which I just find is really cool. I don't know if it's a new thing. I never really heard about it before until a couple of cons ago. But it is, like I say, it's a great way to get to know artists that you didn't know about before. And to just support them, which is all what we're all for. So there we go. Right, let that dry again, and then I'll have to spray paint that, which obviously I can't show you guys, unfortunately. And sorry, I've got to rinse this out again. Be 1 second. Oh. But yeah, that's the beautiful thing of having a bathroom literally opposite you. You can just do this real quick. Whoop, back again. Yeah, so next, just do the little details on here, because I got some black on the outside, which I didn't intend to, but yeah, so then you've got to be so careful as well, like make sure you don't touch anything that you shouldn't, because obviously the white, if you get anything on the white, that's kind of it. Thinking actually, I said I was going to switch to Instagram. I might do the wig on there. So I'm reaching a point where I can't really do much else with this on camera. God damn it. So, I mean, just getting... Again, you wouldn't see it otherwise, but I know it's there, so that's what we're going to focus on. Ooh, that almost went wrong. Okay. Thanks to you 3 people who have tuned in. I appreciate you. God, it's gonna be like nearly 6 o'clock now. Yeah, we've reached the 1.5 mark. So I'll probably just do this and then sign off for now. But again, as I've mentioned a few times, and I'm just going to mention again, I will be releasing progress TikToks of this that I have done, but that probably won't be for a few weeks yet when I'm wearing the full costume. But you can see all that on Instagram. And I'll obviously be trying to get some good pictures to post at some point. But thinking about it, I feel like recently I've been picking characters that are basically the complete opposite from my natural personality. Like particularly Bakugo and Shadow. Far more angsty than I am in real life. I'm definitely more the Sonic sort of vibe, I feel. Although I can be dark and broody, I think. Sometimes takes a bit for me to come out my shell. If I'm comfortable with you or not. Okay, I think we're pretty much there. But it will actually nearly pretty much be, as of today, a month since I worked on this. 2 months even, sorry, beg pardon. I started it in... Wait, where are we? We're May, aren't we? I started this in March. Beginning of March. So it would have been 2 months. And I have more than certain I will get it done before con. So no con crunching this time. Because I did that last time with Deku and I never want to do that again.